Everybody, it's Hefe here with another video featuring the one and only Dr. Eyes again. How you
We're
doing, Dr.
here.
Eyes?
I'm
He's back.
back. Can't get rid of me. We're doing some more manga stuff because that's all I'm good for.
True. You never know. We might transition
I will
this.
never touch your League of Legends shit. I am only here for the manga and for the waifus.
All right, that's fair. Well, I mean, we might go anime a little bit. You never know.
That's true.
Because we've strictly been doing manga, but we'll go into the anime side of it. We kind of did with Chainsaw Man or not Chainsaw Man, Spy Family a little bit.
Hmm.
But you never know. I might be able to convince him to peek into some other type of content with me. So today we are talking about Chainsaw Man Volume One by Tatsuki Fujimoto. What an amazing ride of a story this is. We're gonna kind of like we did with Spy Family. We're not gonna spoil anything past the first volume. We're gonna go through the first volume and talk about it, see what our favorite things about it were, if we disliked anything, favorite characters, and kind of go from there.
Yeah, and also we should just say this in advance. Me and you love this manga like a lot more than Spy Family. Like this shit. This is our shit right here.
Yeah, I mean, it's the first manga I read front to back. I read it all. It was already out completely. I read it in 2 days.
Hmm.
I just fucking knuckled down and read it, and and then I was depressed for like 10 days afterwards, but it was worth it. It was worth every second.
It is worth it. It becomes your personality, honestly. Like once you start reading it, it's really good.
I know. I can't wait for the anime to come out. I just hope that the community does not become super toxic. Like I've been seeing a lot of toxicity coming from the Spy Family community, and the Spy Family community was really sweet and wholesome, just like the anime. But now there's a lot of things of like calling Lloyd a pedophile and stuff, and I'm like, my God, that's horrifying.
Yeah.
He's just doing his mission.
Yeah,
But
shit gets crazy.
yeah, so we'll have to see because I mean, Denji is definitely gonna come across pretty awful to some people. I mean, I honestly didn't care for Denji until the later part of Chainsaw Man. I was there for everybody else. But I mean, he kind of, I mean, I guess we'll start talking about it a little bit. He hits into the category that I usually hate for antagonists of
Really,
the perv. Like
really.
I hate that shit with Seven Deadly Sins. What's his name? The main guy in that. I
Here,
never. What's it?
I don't know.
I can't remember the guy's name. He's like a short guy, but like that's his whole personality trait is that he's just kind of he's kind of a pervert, you know.
That's
And
crazy.
it's one of those ones that I'm like I always want to watch the anime for it or even read the manga, but then I just see him and it just ruins all excitement for me.
Yeah, damn. I was gonna say like Denji is probably one of my favorite protagonists like ever right now. Just because I mean I just love his attitude. Like he just doesn't give a fuck about anything. Dude, fucking like just eats like sugar and bread, and that's pretty much about it. And then once Makima picks him up, he starts living a better lifestyle, and then he still acts like a little piece of shit in front of Aki at first, and pretty much everyone around him.
Meliodas or something like that. That's the name of that guy. Well,
Okay.
I think with Denji, I like everything else about him. I think I love his reason for his opinions.
Uh huh.
Just the perviness usually was a deal breaker for me, but it wasn't too bad for me with him. Like I was able to get past it pretty easily because I also looked at it like this is a kid who's had no life.
Yeah.
Like Meliodas in Seven Deadly Sins is like a million years old. Like at one point you're gonna get over boobs. Like I mean, yeah, I mean,
Okay. Speak
yeah,
for yourself, but okay.
like come on. At one point, just get over it. You know,
Yeah,
but
I mean, here is just a horny 16-year-old kid.
yeah, that's the thing too. He's super young. He's
Yeah.
16 years old. He never had a life to live. He's been contracted by the mob this whole time. So let's kind of get into that, and we get to see our first devil is
And our first look at his dog, that is pretty much merchandise at this point. He's just there to be cute and
I know
everything.
pretty much the Anya of the story. Just straight
Yeah.
up sell that toy. This is the tomato devil, which surprisingly I guess but there's a lot of people that are allergic to tomatoes, and so that makes that.
People can be afraid of them, yeah.
I mean, probably like animals, but I don't know if that's applicable. But Denji makes short work of them.
Yeah. I also completely forgot about this that he has like an eye patch in for like a couple panels in the first volume.
Yeah, he was. I mean, well, it kind of comes down to we'll see him as a child. He was talking about how shitty his life is,
Yeah.
and how he was trying to make rent, and he's trying to pay off the mob, and he had to sell an eye, he sold a testicle, he sold fucking everything under the sun. And this poor guy, he's just trying to survive. He's like, I mean, he's like living like 100% of the time a saw trap. He's just selling shit, trying
Yeah.
to live. He has more willpower than 99% of people on this planet. And he,
Definitely. Kind of just lives in a shack with Pochita, just like eating a bunch of bread, and that's pretty much all about it.
I mean, they even showed here like how the people are like, "Oh, you'll eat anything? All right, well, eat this cigarette." And he's like,
That's off
"Sure."
that's a good lifestyle, honestly. I would definitely be down for living that kind of lifestyle. Just eating a cigarette for like what, $5? I'd fucking do that. Why not?
100 yen. Yeah, I'm not sure how much that equates to, but I mean, fuck it, goes towards everything. And then he didn't even eat it. He spits that shit
Yeah, he
out.
just spits it out. Yeah,
He's like, "Played
smart.
ya, homie." But he had a pretty rough life. He met Pochita when after she got shot. Must have been getting hunted,
Uh huh.
and was like, "You know what? I'll take care of you. You take care of me. Let's just survive together."
Yeah,
And
you pretty much learn early on that he's a pretty kind-hearted kid, despite everything that's going on around his life.
And this very Spy Family, now that I think
Yeah, very
about it,
wholesome right there. Look at
like that is the same
him.
same shit, man. It is just as heartwarming, because Pochita, even though being the devil, being the chainsaw devil, is just wants to be hugged, just wants to be loved, wants to be
Yeah.
cared, and is willing to like do anything for Denji.
Hmm.
And I kind of, I love that character of Pochita. It's very sweet, very it's very much like a dog, very loyal,
Very
very
huggable.
very huggable. I might get a plushie one day. You never know.
I would love one, honestly. That'd be awesome.
I need to get a girlfriend just so I can get a plushie and then give that to her, and then secretly it just be mine.
Yeah.
That's the
Just
big
take it
brain
home with you.
play. Yeah.
Yeah.
Poor Denji. I mean, he's let alone with all this other stuff happening to him, he's dying just in because his mom had some type of illness when she was younger, and she
Oh
she died at
yeah.
like an early age, and he's like, oh, spitting up blood. Oh yeah, that's kind of how my mom died. I'm pretty sure. Shitty.
Yeah.
His dad, all he knows is that he killed himself, and it's pretty haunting on him. He's stuck with all this debt, and the mob says, "Hey, pay up. It's your turn. If your dad's not here,
Yeah.
you still owe us money."
Makes the kid pay the debt. Has to work for the mob and shit. Hunts devils.
And I mean, yeah, he ended up showing off with Pochita how useful he can be by hunting devils and
Yeah.
making that money. And Mob's like, "All right, you can live for now. Make us some money." And then we get fucking top 10 anime betrayals of all time. Mob, Mob's like, "You know what? You're actually kind of useless. Don't need you anymore."
Yeah,
Sta
that's honestly beyond fucked up. That's like why?
just straight up,
Crazy.
yeah. I mean, like, I'm trying to think if any anime or manga where the main character straight up just dies in the very beginning.
I mean, there's one, it's a very popular one.
Outside of isekais, but
Yeah.
because they all die in the beginning, so that's not fair. But like straight up, like boom, and he's like, "Hey, guess what? My bad. Kind of made a contract with the zombie devil, and we're gonna just take over this world."
This guy's
So
fucking horrifying too.
I know this is some scary shit. I
Yeah.
I mean, for to be honest, Mob kind of fucking stupid. I don't know why you're making a deal with the zombie devil. You just all became zombies. Kind of
Yep.
not worth. Kind of can't do much with your empire after that because you're just brainless.
And it's like such a terrifying like concept, like a whole like devil that can turn people into zombies, and like he's the first fucking devil that you're introduced to.
Yeah, it gives you a good idea of what we're gonna be experiencing. I mean, we kind of run the gambit from we got a devil that is a tomato, we got a devil that is a chainsaw dog, to the zombie devil, and you're like, well,
Yeah,
fuck,
and then you
that's
got
the
powerful
spectrum.
zombie devil. Yeah.
Like
And
this,
then you realize later on that it gets a lot worse.
yeah, it gets 10 times worse. But I mean, zombie devil, I don't know if I'm afraid of that, but I'm like, fuck, if zombies are real, I'd be pretty scared. So I guess that gives us that fear.
I mean, bro, if devils were real, I'd be pretty fucking scared too.
I
I
know.
think zombies would be the least of my worries.
I know you'd be like, oh, you are a zombie also. And then
Yeah.
I'm stuck on the devil part.
Like, bro, what is up with this world? You got devils walking around, you got one that can turn people into zombies. Like, is there no end to my suffering? Jesus.
It's just kind of rough. It's kind of rough inside for this guy. So we got poor Denji,
He
like
gets mauled, doesn't he?
he gets shit kicked out of him. He gets
Yeah.
stabbed through almost every part of his body, and you're just like, wow, this is super fucked up. Straight through the eye that he already doesn't have.
Yeah.
They cut him up, throw him in the trash, say, all right, well that was fun. And I'm
I
like,
like Pochita like has a little fucking smile.
yeah, he's cut in half, and he's vibing. He, and I mean, this is like one of those things when I was reading this, I'm like, damn, like they, like maybe if you're cut up in like half, he
Yeah,
could
no,
come
he's
back
cut
from
up into
that. Yeah,
pieces.
he's straight up like fucking mincemeat. It's
It's
pretty
pretty fucked
rough.
up, yeah.
Poor Denji, like what a living a bad life made worse. And then Pochita says like, yo,
I
hey,
can
we,
save your life. I
yeah,
like that panel actually a lot. Fucking chopping down the tree.
yeah. He's like, dude, we could do a lot of things in this world. You know,
Uh-huh.
we could take over this world with the love and friendship we have between a human and a devil. And they're just like, you know what? I like that. And this is kind of like more of an internal dialogue, not quite a flashback, you would say. This is kind of like in their dying moments, they're talking to each other, and he's like, "How about this? How about you could have my body? I want you to have my body. I want you to live your dream, Pochita." And Pochita's like, "You know what? I love you. I want you to live your dream. I
Oh,
don't."
yeah.
Yeah, that's a rough.
Fucking disgusting.
Thank God that goes
Jesus.
inside because I think that'd be a
Yeah.
little weird. Just it's like a fucking Audi belly button. You're just kind of like, Hobie, you need to cover that up, please. That is
Yeah.
quite gross. And boom, he's like, hey, guess what? I love you. You love me. We're a happy family, and we come
And
back to life.
yeah, Pochita just wants Denji to live a normal life and achieve his dreams, which is pretty cute.
And then she doesn't have big dreams. He just wants to
He
live a
doesn't really
normal
have big
life.
dreams. Yeah, he just wants to eat some good food and touch some tits.
I mean, which at the end of the day, that's a solid life. If you could
Yeah.
knock all those off the list, it's a solid life. But he comes back and he's like, damn, zombies are still here? I kind of should have waited. Fuck me. He's like, oh shit, wait, did we kill him? Oh yeah, let's bring him back. He's like, oh shit. All right. I think one of my favorite design choices is to have methods in which the hybrids turn into their hybrid selves
Uh-huh.
because that pull cord is iconic. When that
It is,
shit,
yeah.
like I mean, nothing's more scary than a revving of a chainsaw, but you just see, I could hear that fucking going off, and you're
Mm-hmm.
like, oh Jesus, you're about to wreck everybody. And all these zombies, you're like, oh damn, is he winning? Then boom, you see a little bit of a chainsaw coming out. You're like, oh fuck, what am I about to see?
And then shit gets violent.
True.
Whoa.
Like, thank God for black and white because this shit would be rated fucking NA. Nobody could watch this.
Yeah.
Might
Such
as
a
well,
badass design too. Fuck.
I know. I
That's so cool.
I love that like the chainsaws are cutting into him too, and
Yeah.
so he's bleeding from that too. I'm very curious how they're gonna do this animated. There's
Yeah, I just want to hear
it's
the noise
so
of it.
violent. Like the sound design is gonna be very interesting, and how violent it is. I don't want them to hold back. I want them to just gung ho go for it.
Yeah.
And did you ever read or play Danganronpa?
Yeah, I played some of it.
Like I like the idea that they changed the blood to pink so then they could get past like the bad ratings.
Yeah.
And I'd be down for them doing something along that line of like stylistically making the blood a different type of color. Kind of like
Yeah.
maybe the green, like the cover, of the
Yeah.
volume. But if they want to just that way they can just go straight full bloody. But we'll have to wait and see. I mean, I would also love to just see blood, but I feel like they're gonna have to cover so much of it up. Like it's so violent.
Yeah, I feel that.
I love the zombie devil's face is like, oh, I fucked
He
up.
looks very shook. Yeah.
Oh, just straight through the eye,
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
just pulling it down and fucking slicing him in half. God, it's so fucking cool. I can't
It is.
wait.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, well, guess what? Know what? I all this mob, I owed money. You're all zombies. If I kill all you, I think I don't have to pay you anymore. I'm pretty much set
Fucking
free.
head. Fucking headbutts that zombie with his chainsaw head. That's really cool.
Yeah. I mean, shit, if I had a blade in my head, I'd do that shit too.
Yeah.
Use everything. I love
And then
this.
yeah,
This
he just starts
this is
murdering
a full.
everyone.
Yeah, this is such a full panel one. This is so cool.
Yeah, that would definitely be like I would say like the final shot of the first episode, maybe.
I actually no, I think it would be ending at where the first chapter ends. I think with the
Yeah.
introduction. I think it'll end the same way.
Uh-huh.
With this, I think this maybe like that be the final shot. We go into a ED, and then we have like a post credit.
Yeah.
That'd be dope. And we get the Queen of Mean, the lady
I'm just
I
gonna say this. Yeah, okay. At first, when you first meet her, yeah, she's a pretty hot chick, and then you first get introduced to her,
I love
and you think,
the little details, the
yeah, I know it's
eyes for the
actually I
first
never noticed
time.
that actually.
Like it's not showing you much about her, but you're like, God, oh,
Then you get that, yeah,
oh,
that's pretty nice. I'll admit.
oh,
All right, calm down. We still got a lot to cover, bro. Calm
oh.
down. It's fine.
Might have to take a siesta, might have to take. But I mean, I don't think I've simped for a character harder in my life. And I named a dog after an anime character, so I mean, it's pretty strong. But I love Makima. She's great. She's an interesting character, probably the most interesting character in the whole entire manga.
Yeah,
But I love what she does, how she comes here and she just loves on our boy, and gives
very
him a little hug,
mysterious. Little hug.
and then the iconic, if you be my pet, I'll
If
give
you
you the
simp
food.
for me, I will give you anything you want.
Pretty
And then
much.
Denji's like, okay.
Yeah. Do you know how to bark? Do you know how to say anything else outside of woof? Like that's all
Yeah.
I need you to say, pretty much. And he's like, you know what? Super solid. Even that, oh, so good. She looks so cute. I mean, look at him. He's looking into the face of God. He's like, there's just light shining down on this man. And he's,
Uh-huh.
and then we end with the first chapter, and I think this is a great chapter.
That's a pretty good chapter. Pretty good introduction to just who Denji is, pretty much. I mean, it's just a whole chapter dedicated to him and his character.
Honestly, it just kind of introduces you very, very strongly into like what you're going to be seeing, I'm,
Hmm.
and how fucking crazy this story is going to get, and you're kind of like buckle up because it's going to get crazier.
Yeah.
So we get in the second chapter, and Denji's still hanging out with the love of my life. I mean Makima. Um, and I mean, God, every time they show her, like
I mean, yeah, she makes a lot of cute faces early on. She does a lot of cute poses and shit.
she makes a lot of cute faces always. All right, always.
Okay.
There's no early on, even at the end of this, manga, she's making cute faces.
Yeah.
You
And
just,
also gets Denji whatever he wants. He wants a hot dog? Yeah, why not? I'll get you a fucking hot dog.
and then this guy runs in. He's like, "Hey, man, kind of just got attacked. My daughter just got attacked. She got taken by a devil." And this is like one of my favorite faces of her. I think it's so funny looking. She's like, hmm.
Yeah.
Like I want that shit tattooed on me. Actually, I'm gonna do that. You heard it here first. That's my tattoo coming here.
I hope you do. Hope you do and have regrets.
You never know. It may happen, may not. I'll have to wait and see. So Denji's like, "Hey man, I'm about to eat this fucking banging ass food," and Maki's was like, "Hey, go deal with that shit. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go eat
Did
this
you
banging
forget
ass
you're
food."
my bitch?
Yeah. When did I say you could say no to me? That's not what simps do.
Do you understand that I have 9K fans on OnlyFans right now and 200K followers on Twitch? Do you understand who you are talking to?
When you
And then
said
Denji is
yes,
just,
you became a tier 3 sub
mm-hmm.
to my Twitch channel, okay? That is a commitment financially and in all types of ways.
And then Denji's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Yeah, he's confused. He's like, man, I just want my noodles. I just
Yeah, I
want
just
my
want my
hot dog.
fucking my udon, my hot dog.
And she's like, no, go, or I'm gonna kill you. You're useless to me if you don't go. He's like, oh fuck me, I'm going. Oh, but she is kind of hot. She did hug me. Oh fuck me.
Oh, yeah, well, fuck, my dog's dead.
Yeah, he's like, oh yeah, Pochita died. Shit, fuck my life. Everything's awful. Then he sees, oh look at this little girl with this cute little worm looking thing.
And worm, yeah.
And she's
Ew.
like, "Oh, please, this devil, he's a sweetie pie. Look at him. I have a little thing on his head.
A
He's
flower crown shit,
yeah,
yeah.
it doesn't mean any harm." He's like, "Oh, you're right. I'm so sorry. But know what? You remind me of my dog. Let's bounce. Let's run away together. I'm sure we can outrun this crazy bitch I just met. I'll have to, cancel my credit card so she stops getting my subscriptions, but it's all good. We could do this." And the devil's like, you know what? I'm gonna turn from Mike Wazowski to your worst nightmare, and fucking start
It
taking
was a
your.
trap.
You unveiled my trap card.
Yeah,
Congratulations. He is the muscle devil, which kind of fucked up. Not gonna lie.
it is pretty fucked up. Yeah, also kills this little girl, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean,
Does she, does it? Yeah,
I
right?
don't think I don't think actually I think she does not die. But I
Okay.
mean, he's attached to all the ligaments in her body, and when he touches you, he's attached to all the ligaments in your body, which sounds kind of awful. I mean, look, oh my God, I don't remember that face at all. That's
Yeah, I
fucking
remember that face. Yeah,
scary.
that's fucking
Oh my
disgusting.
God,
I don't like that at
that
all. That's
is
gross.
that is kind of creepy, you know. Um, you ever see you ever see the Nightmare on Elm Street movies?
Yeah,
Do you remember the one where I think it's like the Dream Warriors or some shit, and he controls all of her ligaments in the hospital and throws her out of a window?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh my, that's like one of the worst scenes of my life. I every time I
Really?
watch that, it fucking makes my body curl. And so when I watch this, I think of that, and I'm like, oh my God. And I haven't read this in a long time, but like, fuck, she's like just snapping his arms. He's like,
Yeah.
oh God, ow. And he's like, little did you know, I'm also a devil.
And it kind of fucks this guy up really fast.
It's funny too. I don't remember this transition fully too, because I thought the only time we got another transition was back when he fought the bat, but no, here he is, right at it again, fucking up that little devil.
Also, I'm thinking about this right now. I don't think
Yo,
was that Muscle Devil like on our tier list? I don't remember him. Wait, looking at Makima eating the glizzy? Was that why
yeah,
you said
yeah,
that?
yeah. I said, yo, I'm gonna have to reread volume one again.
What the
Yo,
fuck?
god damn, she has both types
Yeah.
of sauces on that shit, man. She is. She is happy. Look at that cute
Yeah.
little smile. She's like,
She's happy.
look at my boy. You know, without spoilers, we all should have known. She bit that hot dog in half. That's pretty rough.
Yeah.
She did
Yeah.
not take pride in that. She went for the chomp. It's a first warning
It's
right
pretty
there.
fucked up, honestly. That
And look
was
at that.
Denji's glizzy, bro.
He pulls a me.
Yeah.
Woof.
He's like, wolf. Yes, my queen.
He's like, hey, oh
Yeah, and
God,
then she's like, face full of boobs for you.
yep, congratulations, my dog. You get to make eye contact with me and not die. He's like, oh, thank God. That glizzy, baby. Woo!
I can't get that out of my head, honestly.
God, look at that. It's such a cute face, dude. How can
Yeah,
you hate
sure.
this woman?
I don't know. Who knows?
Now, this is something that's very important with Makima. She has a strong sense of smell. And this
Yeah.
is something that comes back quite a bit later, towards the end of the story. But she has a very strong sense of smell.
She's got that Tanjiro.
Yeah, yeah. She she can smell you anywhere you go, and she knows exactly what's inside Denji, and she likes it. Look at
Definitely
that.
likes it.
Oh, this
Ooh,
is.
feeding her some fucking noodles.
I think this might be my Discord picture. I can't remember.
It's not.
No, it's not.
Yours
Oh
is the
no.
one where like she has like one hand on her cheek.
Oh, even better. But this is a great one. I might get this also tattooed on my body right next to the other one.
Right next to the 50 other Makima tattoos you're gonna
Yeah,
get on your body.
yeah. I'm just gonna get a Makima sleeve, and then when I get in
Ugh.
prison, I'm gonna have to give hand jobs because it's just girls all over my arms. But
Yeah.
I'm down for it. Worth it in the long run. God, all right, Makima. Look at that. Hmm.
I didn't realize that
Hmm.
this is where you learn
Hmm.
her name. She's
Hmm. Oh
fucking
yeah,
really learning her name right now.
yeah, she's like, I'm Makima, and you're like, damn, what a fucking baller name. Never heard that.
Yeah.
Original. You type that shit in Google, she pops up, not 15 other anime characters. That's an original
That's true.
name. I dig it. Is that it?
No, she
No.
looks more seductive in your profile pic.
True. It might be an original one actually. I
Yeah,
think
I
someone drew
think
it.
it kind of looks original.
But oh god, my goddess Makima, she's so good. Somebody like that boy named Denji. She is very manipulative,
Yeah, it
and
pretty much makes a 16-year-old fall in love with her.
which I mean, if a hot redhead girl like that is talking to me, I I'm down for it. I'm down for it. I'll be there in a heartbeat. We go into chapter three, where Denji's kind of having a rough time thinking about it. He's like, Makima is kind of crazy, but I kind of like her. But she's kind of
Uh,
weird, and she wants to kill me,
didn't
but
wear
I kind of like her.
Also didn't wear a shirt the whole entire walk back. I just realized that right now. Man's
Yeah,
gonna put on a fucking shirt.
I thought he had the coat on, but he must have taken it off. Oh, I love this too. Oh, God. This is I might as well just call this the Simp series. God damn. Especially
I
when we get
mean,
into Rize. Oh my God, it's just
oh,
game
okay,
over.
well, that's gonna be later on, but that's gonna be a totally different story.
You're gonna be doing what I'm doing right now. You're just gonna be every new frame of her. You're just gonna go. Uh,
Good, the good story. Looking
uh.
forward to covering that.
But yeah, we're gonna be doing all the volumes, guys. All the volumes of Chainsaw Man. But I love Makima. So good. This is when we meet Sasuke. I mean, Aki. Uh,
Aki,
the number two main character of this series,
very
and
edgy.
very edgy. He is the, as I joked, the Sasuke's kind of esque character, very stoic, very serious. To the Denji's kind of not a care in the world, like fuck me, I hate my life, and I also love my life at the same time. And this is all kind of crazy mentality. And Aki's just kind of like, man, I don't know who the fuck you are, but I hate you
Yeah,
instantly.
it's honestly pretty great.
Like Aki is pretty much acting like me. He's like, you're not a simp for Makima. I'm a simp for
I'm a
Makima.
simp for Makima.
He's like, you don't even
Definitely.
know how much money I've spent on her OnlyFans. I have a third mortgage right now, okay? I work hard to make sure my girl has money.
I'm
And
a functioning adult. I ignore all the other bitches that want me. I smoke cigarettes and I simp for redheads. You
true.
are nothing compared to me.
Yeah, you're just a 16-year-old that thinks they like a girl.
With a dog inside of you.
Yeah, not on the same level. And
You get
then
fucking decked in the
he,
face.
yeah, he's like, "Yo, you have no idea who the fuck I am. Unsubscribe to that fucking OnlyFans, homie. You're never gonna see her naked again in your life." And I love how he's like, light up a cigarette. He's like, "Yeah, please get out of here. I'm better than
Yeah.
you in all ways." Not knowing that he turns into a chainsaw guy. And
Not knowing that even then that their bromance just fucking advances throughout the manga.
I know it's soon to be his best friend, and they'll go in on a joint signing on the Makima Simp wagon.
Yeah.
But this is probably, I think this was like one of the first times I actually laughed out loud when I was reading this. When Denji just kicks him straight in
Knees
the
him in the
nuts.
nuts, yeah.
And he's like, joke's on you, when I fight people, I only hit in the balls. Like, I
Yeah.
don't aim for anywhere else. I just fuck up your nuts so you literally can't fight. And and then he brings him back to Makima, and she's like, "Hey, how was it?" He's like, "Oh my God, the testicle devil attacked. You wouldn't believe it. It was wild." Makima's like, "Oh, good. I'm glad you guys are having fun." And
Yeah.
Aki's like, "Man, I'm gonna have to drop down to a tier 2 subscription. This shit's yeah, he has some game." And just every time I look at Makima, it's so good.
That's just you're talking shit, going over what the kind of missions they're gonna have to do and stuff.
Yeah, and she's saying, "Hey, guess what? You guys are a team now. You're a team, and he's living with you. Congratulations. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Have a great time." And Denji's like, "I just want to hug her. I want to see what else I can get out of her."
I just want to get some Makima puss. I just want to smell her shoes. I want to smell her bra.
I think all of
I
us
can,
want to,
yeah, I
honestly.
think I can relate somewhat to that.
What a weird cover. I think this is the back of Volume 1 cover, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
Here we go to Denji's first real dream being lived out. Eating
eating
the toast
bread
with,
with everything on it,
yeah,
fucking
everything under the
honey,
sun.
cinnamon, jam, a lot of jams. Honestly, it kind of sounds bomb.
Have you ever done that before?
No, I'm not a psychopath. I kind of
Oh,
just put peanut butter or jelly on my bread.
oh, dude, you put like some brown sugar, you put some jelly, you hit the gambit, you go all over the rainbow, and your senses go crazy.
Honestly, though, like I did used to like put like untoasted bread. I used to just put cold butter in the middle and then just roll it up and just eat it like that.
What?
It's good.
How is that good? Like I feel like
I mean,
it's
it's
you didn't
good
even
if you're
spread it.
hungry.
You didn't even spread
No,
it.
it's just no. You just put it in the middle and you roll it up like a little fruit roll up and you just eat it like that.
Not even cheese.
No, the fuck?
What is
Butter
wrong
and
with
cheese?
you?
It sounds
No,
nasty.
no, 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 no. Like doing cheese instead of bread in the bread, not the butter.
Oh no, no, just put butter. Fucking what if I'm in the mood for butter, so I'm just gonna put it on my bread and then roll it up and eat it.
I feel like butter's disgusting by itself.
No, it's not. Fuck you.
I mean, I believe I eat. I can't believe it's not butter because it tastes a little bit better than butter.
It's really weird.
It's healthier,
It's not.
makes life
It's
better.
processed.
You're processed.
Denji's taking a shit. He falls asleep on the toilet.
True. And he's like, hey, guess what? We're gonna go on to our first mission together, and we got a devil taking over. I think it's actually not a devil; it's a fiend. This is the
Yeah.
first time we get to experience a fiend. It is a person who has taken over a dead body, and this is
Oh yeah, look at that
fucking horrifying.
guy.
He is just macking down on that bird
He is.
with porn all over the ground, and
With some fucking what kind of lips would you call those?
kissable, or
Yeah.
I mean, like it's very like praying mantisy
Yeah, that's
or
what I was trying to look
or
for.
spidery. I mean, it looks more spidery from like the front, but then like you look at that back angle, a very praying mantisy lips.
Yeah.
And he's just like, "Oh, you fiend, you're crazy," and then she's like, "Whap, see you later. It's been real.
Yeah,
Have a
just
good
decks
time."
that fucking fiend beheads him like nothing. Doesn't even need to turn into Chainsaw Man for this shit.
Yeah, he just sure hits him with the hatchet, easy peasy, and then she's like, "Damn, I'm gonna steal some of this porn. What a good
Yeah, take
idea."
some point.
He's like, "Yeah, this guy won't be needed anymore." And then here we go with the Makima spread. Let's go. Oh, what? Wait. Let's go to a full. Oh no, okay. He's just looking at her boobs. He's thinking about
He
her
gets a
boobs.
good revelation though from what he wants to achieve in his life, and he realizes that he just wants to touch some boobs.
And you know what? More power to you, Denji. You touch
Yeah.
those boobs, brother. You get that action. Oh, this is probably one of my favorite panels too of her.
Okay.
Melons.
You said that about almost every panel, but that's
She,
fine.
I don't need reminder. I just want you to know. I just love her. And yep, she catches Denji talking about boobs, and she's like, melons, fruit. He's like, oh, I'm not talking about boobs. What are you talking about? What? And he's like, okay, well, you guys had a really good first mission. I think it's time to turn this duo into a trio. I'm going to introduce you to a new partner, and she is also a fiend, which we just learned about. And her name is Power.
Oh yeah, look at this bitch. It's fucking walking through thinking she's the shit.
When I see that, hey, I think of Fat Albert.
Yeah,
Can you
honestly.
imagine? Can you imagine if that's how she does it in the anime? Grovel, human.
Ugh.
My name is Power. Oh,
I like
that
I like
I
this
would hate
panel a
it and
lot
love
though.
it. Oh, it's such a great panel. I mean,
Yeah.
you get the feel of who she is just by her outfit. The shirt not being tucked, and then you get like the close up, and you're like, damn, she's actually really cute.
Damn, she got teeth.
Yeah, she got those sharp teeth. She got those
Yeah.
horns. Started to feel a little Darling in the Franxx ish. And he's like, hey, she got those teeth, she got those horns, she got those boobs.
True.
And he's like, I'm all about that shit. Going
Is
into
it chapter 5?
what, the final chapter of the volume?
Is it?
No, seven.
Oh, Okay.
Yeah. So he's like, hey, I like the name of this chapter. A way to touch some boobs.
Yeah.
I want that to
You
be the name
realize?
of one of the episodes.
Oh, that'd be a good name actually.
He's like, hey, you, Power. I like you. What's your feelings on Power overall?
I mean, at first, like, you just don't really know who she is, so she is kind of like annoying. But like later on, you start to just realize she's just a little bitch, and then you just start to laugh at her shit. And then towards the end of the manga, you just like her a lot because she definitely like turns around and has some really great character development.
True. I mean, she is like you're like damn, like you almost feel like Aki. You're like Squidward almost. You're like damn. Patrick is kind of annoying, and then Power is like fucking SpongeBob, and you're like
I
damn.
never thought Patrick was kind of annoying. What the fuck?
I from Squidward's perspective,
Oh, okay, from
like
Squidward's
like
perspective.
Patrick is like Denji, and Power is like SpongeBob. Like you get that nth degree of energy, and you're like, my God, this lady,
Yeah,
holy shit upon my soul. And then here we go, another thank you Fujimoto for a three panel Makima.
yeah,
And
appreciate it. You got my friend fucking simping nonstop.
hey man, he'd be simping in real life for a girl that did that shit to him, so it's all good. Not exactly what she did in real in the manga, but he's into girls that are kind of mean.
Mommy, mommy.
Yep, dommy mommies. And so they pretty much get sent on another mission. They say, hey, there might be a devil in this area. We're gonna send y'all in. Don't do anything crazy if you don't have to. Kind of be hidden because you guys are kind of a secret squad, Division 4, and we'll just see how it goes. And they're talking, getting to know each other. And
Mm-hmm.
Powers being kind of you get an idea of what she is, how crazy her personality is, how vibrant she is, which I kind of love that about her. That she's just down for anything. She's like let's fuck.
Yeah,
She's like a skater, bro. Like you're just like let's
she
go,
is. Yeah,
let's go do some shit. And she's like oh my god, blood. I smell blood.
she
Which
likes blood.
she is the blood fiend, which I think we skipped over. I think they talked about that a little bit, but she's the blood fiend, the blood devil technically.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "Oh, blood, hell yeah, fight, let's go, kill everything."
Oh, that's
Goddamn.
a great one. Yeah, I love this. This is
What?
really cool.
The next picture, next panel, fantastic. I mean, they showed
Is
a
that?
little bit of this in the trailer for the anime,
Yeah.
but I mean this scene. But oh, it's the next one after this. The cucumber or the sea cucumber devil. Kind of weird. Don't know why it's all fingers. That's kind
I don't know
of.
who the fuck is also afraid of a sea cucumber, but
I mean,
uh,
you know
pretty disturbing
what?
look actually.
Like if
I
all
didn't
sea
realize the
cucumbers look
anus
like
he
that,
has.
I would be kind of scared too if all sea cucumbers look like that.
Honestly,
And she just comes in, fucking
fucking slams
yeet,
it.
game over, I win.
Yeah.
And yes, as she says, the glory is all mine. She is too happy to kill something. I just love that shit. The blood all over her. She's like, fuck yeah, I am the greatest.
Yeah,
Check me
she's
out.
definitely very excited to kill. Fucking dropping down like a Dark Souls hero and just wrecking shop.
Here's tattoo number 8 that's gonna be going on my body.
Alright, that's a pretty good one, I admit. I like
And
that one a lot.
the confused Makima look, like, really? Really? You had to do that? And he's like, Power's like, hey, you know what? This guy right here, Denji, this guy, that's his name, right? Denji? Yeah, yeah, this guy, yeah. He told me to do that. He told me to do that. I didn't do that shit. Denji's like, what the fuck? I did not say anything like that. I was following
Yeah,
you.
he had visible confusion the whole time.
Yeah, it's like getting caught. Oh my God, it's some Spy
Oh yeah,
Family.
I don't remember this much reading, bro. What is this?
Got some Spy Family fucking dialogue going on.
Jesus.
No, what's funny though is like Spy Family is all kind of like even like neater than this, and this shit is just spur like the font style is like oh my
It is,
God.
yeah, but I love that about this manga because like you can definitely like make a voice for Denji the more you read in his very loud font with all caps.
I know if it's true that the voice actor for Bakugo is gonna be his voice actor, I totally see it.
Yeah,
And she's like, "Can you be quiet? Shut the fuck up." Pretty much. I'm tired. You know what? I just got off break. Well, this is the last thing I want to deal with. Nothing's worse than two coworkers fighting and you're just trying to work. You're just trying to do your job. It's
yeah.
awkward. especially if you're the boss. And here we get power, seeing an opportunity before herself. When he's like, "Damn, dude, I'm still thinking about touching some tits." She sees she sees the cat and she's like, "You know what? You want to touch my tits? You gotta do me a little bit of a favor
Fucking
first.
save my cat.
You gotta save my cat, all right?" And he's like, "Why?" He's like, "You can touch my tits." And he's like, "Let's kill it. I don't
That's
know,
it.
I don't know how that devil's still alive. Let's kill it right now."
He says, I'm fucking in.
Yeah,
Let's do this.
that's all you had to say, girl. Just say tits, and I'm fucking there. Then you get a little bit of an idea of power. You get some more backstory. Hey, they're fucking
You get a lot going on here. Look at this.
a little bit of that thigh gap, little thigh gap, you know.
That's not what I was thinking. I was thinking more like backstory and world building, but yeah, Thigh Gap too.
I mean, all right, I'll give you that too. All right, so yeah, there is some backstory. There's some Aki simping, you know, and she's
Fucking driving her around.
yeah, just I mean, Denji
What
can't
the
drive
fuck?
yet, so that's a perk.
Yeah.
Like he definitely has a advantage on him going there. And they were talking about a devil who happened to ruin our main character Aki's life, um, and the possibility of its return, known as the Gun Devil. And then they kind of like, all right, well, we'll have to talk about this a little bit later, but and then we kind of
Yeah.
go on over to Power and Denji. She's brought him to the house that they were traveling to get a cat, and Power's like, "Psych, bitch." Boom.
Fucking gets betrayed by power, bro. That's just fucked up.
You know what? If I was in his shoes, I would be the same way. I would get
Yeah,
betrayed in a heartbeat.
it's very true. Yeah, I can't be mad at him for that.
Power walks up to me and says, "Hey, follow me. You touch my tits." The, she knocks me out with the hammer. I deserve it. Worth it, honestly. At the possibility, thinking about it, good for him. And then we
And
see,
then
yeah, go
you
ahead.
meet Bat Devil. Yeah, he is disgusting. I would not want to go near this thing at all.
Yeah,
It's
kind of gives
gross.
Morbius a run for his money a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
Jared Leto, he is not, but he's just kind of like, hey man, I brought you a devil. I brought you some food as you wished. Give me back my kitty. And damn, this devil's like fucking squeezes
Squeezes
him.
Denji like an orange and then sucks up his juices.
He's like, damn, that is straight up disgusting,
Yeah, he's like, he tastes like shit.
but I'll take it. You know, that's good enough. That'll get me out of the house. You know,
Uh huh.
he just popped in some G Fuel. He's ready to take on the world, and he's like, all right, we'll see what happens next.
In the next volume,
Well, no, there is actually one more chapter. What the heck?
after this chapter,
My goodness, where are you? Oh, it's gonna be a bitch. All right. So we'll go down here. Chapter 7, the final. It's really been a bitch, my God. Chapter 7 is the final chapter of this volume. And it's a short one. It's only 22 pages,
yeah, it's a pretty
I
short
guess.
one.
And it's just kind of the devil just doing his thing. And she's like, hey, bad devil,
Give my cat.
give my cat, please. He's like, oh, this thingy? Oh, yeah.
This
Thank
fucking
you.
cat fucking eats it.
Yep. Thanks for the cat. It was delicious.
Yeah, and then you get some power backstory.
Yeah, my God, dude, that is horrifying.
Yeah, I know, like,
Like, what did she do to that poor bear? You know, he was just getting ready for hibernation, and she fucking cut him in half. It looks like Pochita, you know, that type of cut in
yeah.
half. He's just not smiling. He's pretty dead. You know, Leonardo DiCaprio wished he was with her during The Revenant, and she was like, you know what, cat, I like you, but I just want you to get fat, so I'm gonna feed you, make you get all bigger, and then I'm gonna eat you.
Uh-huh.
And then she's starting to
They
think
fall in
like,
love.
yeah, she starts to like it. She's
Yeah.
like, you know what? I think I love that line. How she's like, uh, so strange that I need blood and bring me a human. If oh yeah, sorry. But she's kind of something along the lines of, warm blood is just as good as cold blood, and she kind of understands what it means to love that animal. And she's like, you know what? How I know how you feel. It's pretty shitty. And Power gets eaten. Rip
Yeah.
Power. Never see her again.
And then Denji feels the need to save her.
I know, he's
Yeah.
like, hey man, you owe me some tits.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's pretty much the whole reason why he wants to save her. Is just to touch some titties.
He's like, everything else is all it doesn't matter, but you owe me some tits. But oh, I love that. Fucking, it's
Yeah.
kind of scary, but
That is honestly like very
oh, I
disturbing.
like
Just to
that
activate your
actually.
power. Yeah.
You just see that shit coming out, and then oh, we get a full one,
That's
and
pretty
boom,
badass.
and then he just Bad Devil's like, I fucked up. That is on
Yeah.
me, and that is the end of Volume One. What a weird way to end it. Honestly, I feel like they would have ended it
Yeah.
a chapter
Honestly,
before,
I
maybe
thought I
chapter
felt th-
six.
I thought it was like a me thing, but I did feel like it was a pretty weird way to end the volume as a whole. I thought it would like either continue or like it would end like one short chapter.
Yeah, no, they're just like, fuck it, we're gonna end it right here. I mean, I guess it's a little bit of a cliffhanger, but uh, I just feel like this goes so much into more volume two than volume one. It's kind of weird,
Yeah.
but
How many episodes do you think this would be when the anime comes out?
um, I would say this. I would say this whole. Let's see. Episode one's obviously the first chapter. Episode two, I see going probably chapter two and three,
Uh-huh.
getting the muscle devil, and then meeting Aki, and then him kicking Aki in the balls, and then them living together. Then
Okay.
episode three is introduction to the fiends and power, probably ending like I would think a chapter before with power knocking him out,
Yeah.
and then this whole fight scene being episode five.
Yeah, I can see that.
That's my guess.
Honestly, like there is a lot of content in the first volume.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
very stuffed.
yeah, there's a lot. It's like a lot of learning, a lot of world building. I mean, we kind of skimmed over it, but this agency that they work for, think of it like the Men in Black, but for devils. They
Uh-huh.
they just kind of go around and they get pings of where devils are, and they go and take them out, kill them. And if they find someone that might be useful, they'll capture it. Kind of like what's that organization, that fake organization that takes over creatures and shit. C or
The
SCP.
SCP.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of like SCP, because like
Yeah.
they like will house the devils there then at their facilities, so then they can help make contracts with other devil hunters and shit like that. And so I get that's actually a really good like kind of example.
All
They're
right.
pretty much
Patting
the
yourself on the back for
SCP.
that. Good job. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Because I never thought of it that way. I'll take it. I'll take it. SCPs. They're pretty much like the SCP organization,
All right.
except for the
How many
not a lot of doctors.
chainsaws would you give this out of five for volume one?
I would say I'm gonna give it a three. Three
Three.
chainsaws out of five.
Okay.
I think it's good. Um, and I knowing the hype before I read it, I'm like I just kept powering through. No pun intended, but I just kept going, and I wasn't like I just wasn't hooked yet. I think there's a moment during the second volume that actually hooked me. The shit with Kon.
Uh-huh.
Like that was like the moment I'm like, this is fucking cool. But like
It's a pretty good moment. Yeah.
and there's some moments in this volume, especially like with the first chapter when he turns into a Chainsaw Man, that I was like, this is super cool, but it's nothing truly intense and something that makes me really love it. It's more just that introduction. I think it gets better as the story goes. And
Yeah, definitely.
it gains legs. Like it's not bad. I would never say it's bad in any sense of the word, but it just gets progressively better and better to the point where you're like, damn, the beginning was kind of weak compared to
Pretty forgettable, honestly. Yeah,
the
compared to the other ones. Yeah.
like and you're just like, damn it, it just gets so good that you don't want to read the beginning again. You want to read from a certain point and just go from there.
Yeah.
And not that it's bad, it's just it's very much needed. I mean, all that Makima fucking fan service I was getting, goddamn. But I just think it was pretty mediocre, or not mediocre, but it's in the middle. It's a three. Um, and I would say if anything, a high three. Nothing bad.
That's how numbers work.
A
This
three
isn't a tier
plus,
list,
a
bro.
plus three. I
Give
don't
it
know.
a three
I
and a half
love
chainsaws.
I like my tier lists. I do.
Uh,
What about you? What would you give it?
uh, I'm definitely feeling the same exact way. I'm feeling three and a half chainsaws out of five because just like there's a lot I forgot about this in this volume, honestly. Like I didn't realize until looking back on this. There's a lot of forgettable shit that either I just did not pay attention to, or it was just overlooked by a bunch of more badass stuff that just goes on as the manga progresses. But other than that, I think it's a really great introduction. I fell in love with it just because I really like Denji's character and
I was harassing you
Aki
too.
too. Yeah, that
I
too.
was
Yeah.
I was kind of forcing you to read it,
Uh,
and
I pretty much I kind of just already knew what I was getting myself into. It wasn't really that mysterious to me when I was first reading this.
true. Yeah, it's one of those things how it's not bad. It's good, but it's not great. Not great like the shit that comes later.
Yeah.
And so like I feel like it's a safe C, a safe 3 out of 5. Um, and maybe my opinion would change over time, but it's one of those things how it just lays the groundwork. It's like in Loki, the that show. Did you ever watch Loki?
Yeah, I did.
So like the guy at the end of He Who Remains, how he says, I laid the groundwork for you to get to here. I paved the
Okay.
pavement. This is what that is. It's paving the pavement so you get the
It
greatness
is.
that is later. And so
Yeah.
you can't disrespect it, but I just can't put it over up to a 4 or 5. But I'm very satisfied with how it is so far. Any more thoughts before we go?
No, I'm just excited to talk about the rest of it because it definitely does get a lot better. It gets you get a lot more badass fights. You get some better, not better characters. You get a lot more interesting characters. There's a lot going on as the manga progresses.
True. Yeah. All right, man. Well, thank you, Dr. Ice, for joining me yet again. This
Of
has
course.
been a great, fun video. I love talking to you about this stuff, and we'll
Me
be
too.
doing volume 2 relatively soon. If you guys have any ideas on content we need to be doing, anything like that, put it down in the comments. Any thoughts? Yeah. Thank you, guys. Bye.